What if the private writings of history's most powerful emperor could free your mind today? These are the personal reflections of a man steering an empire through plague, war, and personal tragedy. His name was Marcus Aurelius. And his wisdom is about to reshape how you see every challenge in your life. His first lesson begins before dawn. Even as emperor, he fought the comfort of his bed. In his journals, he argues with himself, were you made for warmth under blankets, or for meaningful work? He saw rising early as a duty, not just to Rome, but to his own potential. The birds and bees fulfill their nature without complaint, so must we. What small duty are you avoiding right now? This leads to a radical shift in perspective. The Stoics draw a crucial line between what we command and what we do not. You can't control the traffic, the weather, or other people's actions. But you have absolute authority over your judgments and responses. Your inner citadel is the one truly unconquerable place. Which brings us to the most famous Stoic principle. That difficult person, that cancelled plan, they are not roadblocks. Marcus taught that the barrier itself is the path forward. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. He wasn't saying nothing can stop you. He was saying a closed door forces a window open. It's an opportunity to practice patience, creativity, or a virtue you hadn't planned on, but knowing this isn't enough. The real trap is procrastination. Marcus scolds himself in his writings, you could be good today. Yet you choose tomorrow. We tell ourselves we'll start the diet, the project, the change, on some future date. But if you won't do it now, what makes you think you'll do it then? The fool is always getting ready to live. The wise person acts. What one thing have you been putting off that you could start this very hour? Now, consider leadership through sacrifice. During a devastating plague that crippled the empire, Marcus didn't hide. He didn't blame others. He filled the palace lawns with his own family's jewels, furniture, and fine robes, selling them all to fund the state. He was the CEO taking a pay cut to avoid layoffs. He embodied the Spartan ideal of giving the comfortable spot to the guest and taking the sun for himself. True leadership means putting your people's needs above your own comfort. With great power came immense anxiety. He buried many of his children. He faced constant political threats. He understood worry intimately. But his conclusion was revolutionary. He wrote, "Today I escaped my anxiety. Or no, I discarded it, because it was within me." Did you catch that? The anxiety wasn't out there in the world, it was his own creation. You are the common variable in everything that stresses you. Your desire for things to be different, your need to control the uncontrollable, that is the source of the tension. Worrying about a future that may never come only steals the peace available to you now. When his child was sick, he fought to stay in the present moment with them, not in a fearful future. Anxiety is a choice you make, not a force that happens to you. The world is filled with difficult people. Marcus didn't pretend otherwise. He started his days by telling himself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. This wasn't cynicism, it was vaccination. By expecting this behavior, he was never surprised by it. Their job was to be difficult. His job was to remain just, temperate, and kind in spite of it. This is how you turn other people's ugliness into your own training ground for character. In a life of endless demands, he practiced ruthless essentialism. He constantly asked, is this necessary? He realized most of what we do, say, and think is not essential. By cutting away the non-essential, we gain a double benefit. More time and more focus for the things that truly matter. If you knew you were dying tomorrow, how many items on your to-do list would instantly become irrelevant? Comfort is the enemy of growth. As emperor, he could have lived in total ease. Instead, he deliberately practiced with his non-dominant hand. He sought out physical and mental challenges. An old friend once found him leaving the palace and asked where he was going. Marcus, already an old man, replied, I am off to see Sextus the philosopher, to learn what I do not yet know. He remained a student until the end, because mastery requires perpetual humility. This brings us to the ultimate lesson, the one that gives all the others their urgency. Memento mori, remember you must die. You could leave life right now, he writes. Let that determine what you do and say and think. His life was shadowed by death, from plague, from war, from the loss of his own children. This wasn't morbid, it was clarifying. It strips away the trivial and forces you to ask, am I living well, right now? Posthumous fame is meaningless. What matters is the virtue of your current moment. Your legacy is how you behave today. So I have to ask you, if this was your last day, would you be proud of how you spent it? These are not just ancient ideas. They are an operating system for a resilient and meaningful life. If this resonated with you, please give this video a like, it truly helps winds of thought reach others seeking wisdom. Thank you for watching.